And hear this. You and I are the image bearers of God, and that we have moral, willing, or willful, relational souls. Spirits which equip us in a way unique among all creation with the capacity to have relationship with the sovereign God of the universe. That's incredible. That God created each and every one of us with the built-in natural capacity to know Him, to relate with Him, to experience Him. I love, some of you guys have met my dog, Belle. She's a beautiful St. Bernard, and I love her. And she's wonderful. But she has no chance of knowing God because she's not human. In a way unique among all creation, God created us as possessing His image, as agents of moral, willing, relational agents with the capacity of knowing Him. Job 33:8 prompts us with the truth that it is the Spirit in a man, the breath of the Almighty, that gives him understanding. Where the seat of life, that which makes us truly us, is in our spirit. That's the place where we find the breath of the Almighty. It's important for us to remember that we are not mere physical beings. In fact, we are not even mostly physical, but spiritual. Proverbs 20:27 tells us that the lamp of the Lord searches the spirit of a man. It searches out his inmost being. Where are you really you? What is it about me that makes me mostly me? And where do I find that me? In my inmost being, in my spirit. And it's in that part of you and me that makes you truly you, and where that spark of God-likeness rests. We were made in the image of God. What does this mean? What are the implications of this for us? There are many. The one I want to leave you with this morning in a way that I hope that none of us will ever forget. The chief implication of the fact that we were created in the image of God is this: you matter. You matter. David understood this in the 8th Psalm as he cried out in praise, "O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory above the heavens. From the lips of children and infants you have ordained praise. When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have set in place, what is man that you are mindful of him? The Son of Man that you care for him? Yet you made him a little lower than the heavenly beings and crowned him with glory and honor." David looking to God in heaven and saying, "God, when I consider who you are and what you've done, I am amazed about what we mean, about how significant we are to you. Who are we that you should care for us? You're so great, and we're humans. And you have crowned us nonetheless with honor and glory as image bearers of yourself. For you created my inmost being," David said in the 139th Psalm. "You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." You matter. Your worth is indescribable. I wonder why. I wonder why some of you sitting here today know everything I've already said to be true, have heard it before, and on some level, at least perhaps intellectually, have embraced it to be true, and yet you struggle with identifying with those fictional characters I mentioned who feel like their life is worthless, who feel insignificant. You know the truth here, but you still feel somehow worthless. Why? I think it has something perhaps to do with the satellite phone. Well, with something I'm going to tell you about the story of the satellite phone. Imagine a woman who is marooned on a desert island, okay? And she has no idea where she's at. There's enough food there to survive and to live on, but she's all by herself, stranded on this desert island, this remote island that nobody's ever heard of. Lost. And the only thing that she has with her that came from the outside world other than the clothes on her back is this contraption that she's got. She has no idea what it is. It turns out it's a satellite phone, which could in an instant be turned on and make a connection with the satellite in the sky and go to those who would come and rescue her and could find her precise location based upon a GPS located within that satellite phone. But she doesn't know it's a satellite phone. She thinks it's just a tool that she can use for various other purposes around the island. She'll use the antenna to stir her coconut juice. And she might use the hard butt of the thing to break open a coconut or to kill lizards. And so it's got a certain use to her, but really not that much, right? And so as long as she's not using that satellite phone as a satellite phone for what it was created to be, then she is essentially making that satellite phone to be something out just a little bit more than worthless, right? The same is absolutely 100% true about you and me. What makes us special? What is it about being made in the image of God that's so significant? It's that we were created for a relationship with God. That's the miracle of it. It's not that God created us and created us in this image of Him in sort of some physical looking way and then looked down on us and said, that's cool. And that's the end of it. No, what God was so excited about as He said, now let's make man, He wasn't excited about just some objective beauty that we would possess. He was thrilled about the prospect of having a relationship with us. That's what we were created for. And when we feel worthless, when we feel insignificant, as people are wandering around thinking, you know what, the circumstances of my life are fine and I still feel low. Why? Because they're not living for what they were created for. They were created for, you were created for, I was created for relationship with God. And as long as I'm not in relationship with God, I will not understand my own worth. Never. God looks at you and me and says, you are worth something amazing. You're worth knowing. You're so valuable, you're worth having a relationship with that never ends. Praise God for that. Now I want to tell you guys something, that we're very close to getting into some kind of bad news in this journey through the Christian faith, because Genesis 3 is coming and we meet this guy Adam and his wife